Rodley.
Yep, familiar face with me as well. We've got Reid Sanders, of course. Many will know him as a former head stipe here in New Zealand, but Reid these days with Martin Collins and behind the construction of this track. Just tell us about the whole process and how it's all come together.
Well, look, it's been a long journey in New Zealand. I can take you back 2009 when synthetic tracks were talked about in my time when I was here in New Zealand Thoroughbred Racing. So synthetic track racing's not new, but this construction started just before COVID last year. I had my team out here from Australia to do it, and then we were obviously rushed away before the borders shut. We came back in last year during COVID and spent 15 weeks here locked down and did all the mixing. So, you know, we bring products from all over the world, a lot of local products here to blend all this together and put it down. And this has been a culmination of a lot of hard work by not only my team but other teams involved in New Zealand to bring it to where it is today.
Absolutely, and certainly not the first. You're telling me that you've gone a long way back with synthetics. Where was the first one that you guys laid?
Oh, look, the first one we laid in Australia goes back to Caulfield nearly 9 years ago. Then we've obviously got Pakenham and Ballarat. We're in the process of laying one at the Sunshine Coast in Queensland now. I think we've done 14 Polytracks in Australia in the last 3 years. So, you know, a lot for training, and it's a big in this part of the world. Just the ability to be able to have 500 horses work on it, 19 trials yesterday to put us under pressure, 300 or 400 horses work on it today and then groom it up ready for 9 races today and then 400 or 500 tomorrow. That's what these tracks are built for.
I guess you'd get the criticism, you'd get the praise. What's the reaction been like?
Oh, look, I've been in racing a long time, Aidan, and been on the other side of the ledger. I'm used to this. Again, there's going to be opinions either way. I'm not here about informing people's opinions. If the trainers are happy and the ones that work on it every day go home happy from what they've been able to do with their horses, that's all that worries us.
To be here and seeing this all come to fruition for the first time in New Zealand must be pretty satisfying though, Reid.
Well, it is. I'm a Waipā boy. I was born and bred in Talmudu, lived not far out of Cambridge once when I was a young teenager. So, it's very, very satisfying to be here, to see something like this develop. This is probably the perfect climate and the perfect location around the world to have something like this for the winter. Absolutely.
Just before we let you go, how's the Riccarton track coming along?
No, it's coming along really well. We're in the process. We started mixing our material last week. Everything going well. If we can get some shipping lines to stop slowing us down at the borders, we'll be fine. It's on schedule, and hopefully in the next couple of months that one will be online.
Appreciate you giving us the time, and good luck with Riccarton as well. Reid Sanders joining us.
Aidan.
Yeah, Reid Sanders joining us, BP, and this track, the reaction from the jockey. One thing that I've had is that I went into the jockey's room, sat and watched with them and said, we can go in there knowing that we can come out onto a racetrack and not knowing we're going to have a normal winter track heavy and not knowing where to go to find the best going. So there's a lot of confidence just from those riders heading out race day as well, and they're walking through a packed Cambridge